Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Nicholas White official review. It's a very special episode today, you know why. We're going to be reviewing the hit TY play, Sing. This was very anticipated. Everyone knew I was going to review this. Everyone said, Nicholas, you're going to review this, right? I said, yep, I'm going to review this. So, before we get into the review, which will be a very positive review, may I add, I must do, of course, the shoutouts. The original shoutouts, to the old. I tend to do shoutouts in like chronological order. The first people who did this to me is gonna be Kara Hughes 55, and he specifically said to me, he said that if any single ladies are watching this, his DMs are open. So Kara Hughes 55. Some old shoutouts are Oh So Tricky and Miwash on YouTube. They wanted me to shout out. They said their lives would be complete and that I was their idol. Thank you very much. And you will get your shoutouts because I just shout out at you, so no problem. Also shoutouts to Leo, the first year group, the best of 1C. There's a lot of people in the leisure center who told me to shout them out. I only remembered a couple of your names. I only remembered Fianon and Aoife, I think. So, to all the other people who wanted to shout out, you know who you are. I remember you. You wanted a shout out. I'm sorry, I just didn't quite catch your names. I'm so sorry. Also, a big shout out to Ethan and Nathan. They wanted a shout out, so I'll give them a shout out. And a big shout out to one of the stars. Well, not one of the stars. One of the people in the play, a Mr. John McHugh. But of course, a big shout out to everyone in the play, because the play was fantastic. Let's get into that right now. So first off, let's talk about the plot. I've never seen the movie Sing, with the animals. I've never seen that. But I did see the play, and I thought it was absolutely incredible. I thought the plot was good. It was, surprisingly complex for a play. But I was able to understand it, basically. I really liked the mafia subplot in the play. I didn't know that would be involved. I did see this little poster up in the school that said boy gang and girl gang, and I was like, what's going on there? But it turns out that, they're actual gangs, and it was kind of like a mafia movie, and you know how I like mafia movies. You see, I own The Godfather, Part 1, 2, and 3. I own Goodfellas. I own Casino. I own The Departed. I own Once Upon a Time in America. I own Gotti. I own the complete Sopranos collection. And The Sopranos movie, The Many Saints of Newark, on DVD. And not to mention, I've watched the Martin Scorsese Netflix movie, The Irishman, about 3 times. So, I'm a very big fan of the mafia genre. So, I really like this. I think it was handled perfectly. Andres did a great role as the mob boss. He was very, Marlon Brando-esque. He was very Paul Sorvino and Godfather-esque. I thought he did an excellent job. He looked the part. The boy gang was great. They had Dylan Doherty, who I will get to. They had the girl gang was good too, but the guy gang, I honestly think they should have been in more. Their physical comedy. Well, we'll get to the acting, soon enough. But their physical comedy is really good. So the plot, I really liked, the whole the double crossing nature of the script. It was kind of like the movie Glengarry Glen Ross, if you've seen it. It was, like Neve's character, the banker. She, wants to take over the place area, the stage area. And, the mafia, the girl gang, they're gonna, help her, but they actually want to rob her, and that whole plot twist with the grandmother, I did not expect that. I gasped I gasped when I saw that. It was a plot. It was an actual plot twist. You know, I did not expect that one bit. And then with, you know, spoiler alert, the ghosts, like, oh my god. Who would have expected ghosts in this movie? I thought it would be, you know, like a normal, grounded play, but there were ghosts? Who would have thought, right? Okay, now let's go into one of the most impressive things, the acting. The acting, the singing, the dancing was phenomenal. TY's obviously put a lot of effort into this, I can see. And they were still going good. They started playing on Monday, I believe, and it's a Thursday right now that I watched it. I watched it today, and they were still good. Like, just what a surprise. And like, yeah, like they could sing, they could dance, they could act. Dylan Doherty, he is a triple threat. He can go crazy. He can sing, he can dance, he can really rile up the crowd. He's a supreme, you know, presenter. And if I was Frank Sinatra, I would take notes from him, okay? Dylan Doherty sang a Frank Sinatra song, and Frank Sinatra would be jealous. Frank Sinatra would be, he would, you know, he wouldn't like that one bit, because he outshined him, to be honest. So what else? You know, there was a lot of good acting. I was very surprised by one of the first characters we see in this, Jem. Jem, he was, no pun intended, a gem. You know, he was a good actor. He was supposed to play, you know, sort of like an angry character, and he felt really angry. Like, he felt like he was like a raging bull. That, you know, he was, you know, getting all up there. And then another little feature I liked, it was this little Easter egg for the people who got it. I got it. I wonder how many people else got it. Actually type hashtag NW got it if you got this reference. During one of the Mafia scenes, Maeve plays the Godfather soundtrack, the Godfather theme, and I noticed that. I like that too. Speaking of fiddles, we have to mention, of course, Mr. John McHugh. That man played the fiddle. Everyone was clapping. Everyone was up in arms, me included. You know, it was a great performance all around. John McHugh, he could play that fiddle, like, you know, like the devil went down to Georgia. But the fiddle playing. That's basically him, right? So, you know, what else is there? Okay, I have to talk about this. The feel of the play. A lot of people, they discredit plays. They're like, oh, it's, you know, Shakespeare, you know, listening to these people monologue and stuff. This wasn't like this. This was different. This reminded me a lot of the Beggar's Opera, also known as the Threepenny Opera in Germany. You know, sort of like, I feel that it was a play for the people. You know, it was a play that got you riled up. Similar to, like, the original Shakespeare plays. Like, how, you know, the peasants, they would go, they'd pay a penny and listen to the play, and, you know, they would speak. They would talk. And that's how I feel, because this is a play that gets reaction out of you. This play makes you go, yeah! This play makes you go, woohoo! I feel, and generally, a lot of plays don't have that nowadays. A lot of plays are more, you sit down in your best, in your little tuxedo, with your little opera glasses, looking in on the screen, and that's kind of tired. I really wouldn't like that, but I did like this play, because this play was good. Now time for the iconic Nicholas Wyatt ranking. I'm going to rank... What am I talking about? Plot twist for you. I'm going to actually rank it in a bit. We have to do a bit more praising. We have to do... NwN. He was a great dancer. And he said very nice things to me when I was walking to PE. Thank you, NwN. Who else? Well, just everyone, basically. Everyone did a fantastic job. There were a lot of good actors. There were a lot of good singers. A lot of good dancers. and a lot of good music choices. The music in this play was just, it was all over the place, and I liked that. It wasn't just like one theme. It was everything. It went from Celine Dion to Nicki Minaj to Soulja Boy, back to Carrie Underwood. A bit of country, and it went to Elton John at the end. I think that was in the Sing movie. Yeah, like the gorilla played it or something. I don't know. And at Frank Sinatra, it was like classy. Then it was a bit of rap. Then it was a bit of traditional singing, and then there was the Godfather theme, like the movie. It was just, it was good. Like, I liked every song. There wasn't a single song I would say dragged. Every single song was good, I think. So, now it's time for the official ranking. The official Nicholas White ranking. A lot of people, a couple years ago, I reviewed High School Musical Las Vegas, if you remember. The previous TY play. And, a lot of people are wondering, is this one going to be better than High School Musical Las Vegas? And I have to say, I know I gave High School Musical Las Vegas a 10 out of 10, and I stand by that. I still think it's a 10 out of 10. But, the Sing play is a 10 out of 10 in its own way. I was thoroughly more entertained. Well, I was entertained with High School Musical Las Vegas, but I was very entertained with this Sing because, well, I know the TYs. You see, a couple years ago, I was only familiar with a couple of them. It was still a great play, nonetheless, but I'm gonna have to give Sing a 10 out of 10. So, hopefully everyone agrees with my opinion. If you don't, comment down below. You might get flamed, so look out. But comment down your opinions on the play. I would usually do the NwN review for the shirt, but this whole event is much bigger than me, I think. So I'm just gonna review the play. Also remember, hashtag NwN got it if you got the reference. So stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. Nick White Nation. Goodbye.